Cusito. Alright, começar. Was back this video a long time. I was a long time. Vakantie die N Cast. Heb zo aangedaan met beter Engels. De introduction.
Why? Now I'm going to talk English.
Also, they will talk about this. I'm gonna mess up the English a little bit. So, again, we have two guests. We're going to talk with Amal and Maria. They have their own podcast coming up soon.
Hopefully. We've been begging. But, pero may kasi.
Yeah, before we continue.
Qual a câmera da Dimi? Mandamos câmera.
Es un cotomaje.
Es un gigante?
No, link.
Links.
Ajá.
Passou se sponsor Jason. E sponsor não tá paga. E já Jason não me dá acaba, você primeiro nessa background tudo é podcast. Pero na Destiny Security, na Destiny Security, da Big Brother, começar a buscar trabalho para security guard, whatever, passa na Destiny Security, não te quer tipo, a que não um projeto novo, que não está buscando trabalhador para certo hotel, eles dão um call, não pode dar o que sei. Hasta bebi, está com sabendo de show. Na Jungle Café de Sete Papucho, começa a passear bana, double breakfast, passa em na mesma aí Bodylicious, quando passa com Bonnie, tem dia que você vai com Bonnie, Mônica Assanha, e não é invitado, pero você tem outro caminho para vai. Então, sim, pero nós passa a nana, então de fiesta de cocktail, já que acaba bem.
Mas você vai ter que dizer, vou beber água. Se eu vou beber água.
Não, vou beber whisky. Muito hobby simples. Tu ainda está com cocktail, você sabe que nele na halda assim que não whisky.
Com amaretto sempre.
Não é, viagem ainda assim amaretto. Sim. Hoops of Hope, passa bem de meu brother Jean, e nada na terapia com o caballo. Anto a parte de sair, anto na tours para caballo, começa o tópico hot em dia nanti. Hasta man que sai lá bestel pampers acaba pe fucking caballo, não? So, então hobby, começa o hobby sensitive topic de dia nanti, você caballo não mais, cabrito sim, pero caballo. Que vem passar a Hoops of Hope, book tour, você vai ajudando para terapia. Você une um vegan burger, que não testa ainda, pero
agora que me tem pessoa,
passa a Alfie, passa na Alfie dá no burger, agora nós tínhamos, nós não vai chamar dono, você vai até caçar de dono. É um prequel, pero passa a Amal na Alfie, dá no burger, team open night and bunch of whips. You saw it open mic every Thursday.
There's live music Saturday open mic.
Pode ir mais movimento assim, cara.
Não
precisava ali, e se botar o ar,
Never mind.
e se a botar o ar, então passa Alves de liga na com boca grande, e mano, sabe o botão. Não sabe o botão. Pero Fructose Health na Santa Cruz, agora está cachete, passa a dar os batidos em Nanan, Jason passa tudo em Nanan, pero com Kentucky, nada healthy.
Passa que tem que comer assim.
Passa a bisa Angela, vai, healthy, dá-lhe com Angela, sim. Nos brother Aru Shop, começar agora
que tu divorciou, mas da Pampers.
Não, aqui da Pampers. Se você faz crowdfund para Pampers, para meu brother, as donation, custa mostrar maneira de dividir, que você ajuda meu brother. Pero book você fiesta de divórcio, book você fiesta de casamento, book striptease, whatever.
Você não compra calendário, mas striptease não.
Bota para extra.
Pero somente não compra calendário.
Se você quer pagar um rio, bate aqui na não assiste striptease, Jason está vendo.
Tá, tudo bem, não.
Na Letwas, se você ter website, whatever, meu brother Jason está trabalhando com os e tem grupo de NPC ainda é mais fácil, a medida trabalho fácil. Eu pago a filha Luna e isso Jason que começa a fácil. Hope fácil de trabalhar.
Mas aí sim, você sabe, eu consigo.
Na Armainta, começar, são com o backroll Digo, pura lang, NPC, production ko tabirando mas grande, e Jason Awe.
Agora, americanos, shout out para Vibrations.
Wara. Pero bigla introducir de otra manera, pero ya como acá de sorpresa. Pero me queda, vamos a poner así que la compromete Maria assim que sa.
Story of my life.
Ao na India e apresenta hope willing patrago vibration kasama ni when whatever to vibration is there colors.
Love that.
No colors. Call Jason. No colors, call Jason. Sí. Pero Jason, ahora sí un show. ¿No está en inglés?
India. We're gonna switch it out to English.
And for all those that for the previous episode that was complaining about the English and grammar and everything, fuck it. Yeah.
We have a bunch of VC and also.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
if you were offended, then
Yeah.
just strap in.
Imagine today.
Hope
Now,
you're here.
but I think since the first episode, we were trying to get people to start their own podcast. We needed production, we needed host. Me and Jason are doing this because of the whiskey and not being paid anything.
Yeah, I told him, this epic drink responsibly. We drink professionally.
No, we drink professionally. We'll be paid to drink. Yeah. But finally, we have two amazing ladies, two well-known ladies on the island. Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's amazing.
Are you a lesbian?
She's amazing. Well known.
Do I
I don't know who I am.
Do I need your pronouns?
You do.
They, them, or
She, her.
she, her. No, we have two amazing ladies. Maria from Vibration PR.
That's my dad calling, sorry.
Oh, you have to attend it.
Well, I
She
can't.
done that's your
I can attend
I
it.
have to tell him bendición when he calls.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not.
As my dad will not be calling.
We
It's
speak
not
like 3 times a day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I hope I could call my dad, but
No, my dad's not calling.
yeah, my dad. Yeah. And we have Amal from Alfie's, the one that bribe us with vegan burgers.
Vegan burgers.
Listen, I sent the invite out. You guys didn't show up. That's what it is.
No, every time I tell Jason, today is the day, we're gonna do. Oh, my wife doesn't want me to do.
It comes back after a few days.
And Amal from Alfie's. So
Yeah, well, Secret Asian music.
Yes.
Asian music.
yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I'm tired already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we just started.
Just two vodkas in.
Only two?
So
Oh, for
far.
the camera only two. Okay, yeah, for two. Front of camera, the camera.
My mom's probably going to watch this, so let's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where should we start? Let me start first. Maria, vibration. It's vibration PR.
It's Vibration PR. Yeah.
Yes, vibration PR.
Yeah.
18 years.
25 in June.
25 years in June.
25 in June.
How
I was
it?
6 years old when I started.
So everybody was 6 plus 25. Nice going.
Yeah, right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 years old this June.
Mm.
Yeah. And that's what we do. We've been doing events and activity and getting to hang around with the cool people the last
You
years.
do have a great job.
I do have a great job,
Yeah.
and I feel super lucky because I know a lot of people get up in the morning and they're like, I have to do this again. And sometimes I wake up like that too. But most days,
Yeah.
I look forward to who I get to talk to, hear their ideas,
And you work with amazing people.
and I work with amazing
Yeah.
people. I have the best team, and it's there's some I've been working with years. Some of them come on, some come back off on it, and a lot of new faces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does it change the people that work for you? Does it
The
change the
dynamic.
energy, the dynamic of the company, or it's always?
I think it's like everybody personal.
Yeah.
Like you have people who are not really into it, and you feel that. But I feel like to do this kind of job, that you're also working to help build another business,
Yes.
you kind of really have to care about that too. So you do get involved, like you do know it's somebody else's money or somebody else's dream or somebody else's only chance to do something, or they're opening a store or launching a product, or they're an artist, and you really create like a bond with them because when you succeed, they succeed.
Yeah.
And then that's a great bond to see
And
somebody.
word of mouth will keep on going because if you have a great experience with vibration PR.
I mean, I'm very lucky again because I feel like a lot of the people that I've gotten to work with, people might say this a lot about people they work with, but I believe that a lot of them, they do become my friends.
Yeah.
I do hear about what they're struggling with, and I know what they need to have done and what we need to like bring forward for them. So if we can do that,
it's like a long-term connection.
I do. I mean, like I've had musicians I've worked with 25 years, and that they trust us enough that they say, we think you can help us with this. For me, it's already like a huge compliment, and I have to say that maybe once or twice in 25 years, there's been somebody I'm like, I should have not done that. But most of them, all the time, we go through the journey together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it. Did it change during the years? Does it become more easy or difficult, or it's an experience in itself each time you work with another partner or another business?
It is, it is. And every time I think you kind of also decide what it is that you want to be part of. When you're younger and you're starting a business, you just want the business, maybe. And now that you're able to say, it's different to sell shoes than selling ideology. So if somebody's a politician and you're going to stand behind them, you could do a great job and get people there, but is that what you want to sell to them?
Yeah, sure.
So you have to be more responsible about what you're also bringing across. So I think that's a cool thing that also we get to decide and say that we don't want to be partaking in that, or we would love to just have our name mentioned to be part of what you're doing. We love that you get to mention us.
And I think to be in business for 25 years, you as a person have to be an amazing person, so people can gravitate towards you. Because if you're not an amazing person, people will say, not that asshole.
Yeah, people will say that.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Isn't there another PR business somewhere?
I'm sure there's the people who see my name and roll their eyes and say, what an asshole.
God, not
I doubt it.
But I do got to tell you something. I also think that the caliber of the people who don't like you is a good thing. There's certain people who I'm happy they roll their eyes when they hear my name.
Sure.
Because I wouldn't want
They
to.
were oh, that God.
I can agree with that, yeah.
So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not being liked by everybody.
But that's normal, I think.
It'd be crazy if you want everyone to like you, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm happy
He
if
knows-
one or
he
two
knows very
person
well.
like me. The rest,
I'm happy if the people in my house are okay with it.
Yeah, sure.
And most of the days they're rolling their eyes like, oh, this bitch again.
Yeah. Well,
He has a lot of experience with that. So.
Yeah.
But I'm and I've had relationships where we've also decided not to work with each other and still be.
It doesn't click. It doesn't.
We still have been on each other's like, what would you do with this?
Yeah,
and
sure, sure.
And that's a cool thing. Like the lady I have next to me, like all these people that you get to call up, and you can call them up after like 3 months that you haven't even said hi to them and say, hey, I would do this. What do you think? And they're going to answer with you like open-hearted and tell you, I wouldn't do this, I would do that, and take advice from them.
Yeah.
And
But that's what I mean. You have to be a nice person, amazing person, so people can have those kind of relationship with you.
again, I hope so. I mean, I don't know, and it's
It's
okay.
the charisma.
And,
It's something you do. You
that's
have
so
it or
risky.
you don't. You don't have
Risky
it.
talking.
No.
I think if you're lucky, you have your tribe.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky enough that I get to work a lot with my tribe.
Is it luck or is it something you work on?
Develop it.
I have a hard time with the word luck. Because I think listen, just to be frank, if you're a shit person, you're not going to be able to build a decent team. Or even you're not going to be able to build that sort of network of people you can call on.
How many times do you have a leader or a manager that is a shitty personality and have amazing workers around, it still can get the job done because of the shitty personality.
It does happen, it does happen. But luck is one of those things that I stop people in their tracks and they use, I'm so lucky. I mean, you work hard. I don't know if luck has really any, right time, right place. Sometimes
I think luck.
You work really hard. Don't give that away to luck.
Yeah, luck does have a. I think, no, my opinion
luck is lottery's luck.
Yeah, luck does. Sometimes things turn out to be better than you think. Things go your way and not another way. But hard work is usually the one that
sure.
shine the most.
Yeah, absolutely. But
because not many people realize how hard they work, basically.
No, everybody wants to get where you are, but not work.
Themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and not to take anything away from luck. I mean, luck has its time and place, but I think we should really go no, like I did this. Like I worked really, really hard, and there's really great people around me,
and own it. Yeah,
you can, like you said, you can make those calls, and people will answer because you
because
do
of
the
you.
same for them.
Because of you.
That's the thing, right? That's I don't know, not to make you feel like, but it's true.
But I mean, like,
2 vodkas more.
Yeah, like how many of you had?
We are signing another contract.
my disclosure says this is my second.
Disclosure.
But I mean, again, I just think I try to listen to a lot of people who work with me, and I don't try to think my opinion's always the best, because it's not always the best. I've had, and they would hate that I call them, but I do this all the time. I say kids, because they're not kids.
Yeah.
But a lot of the young professionals I work with, I mean, I like that they come forward and they're brave enough to tell me, this system that you're doing this, we could be doing it better.
Yeah.
And part of them is convince me.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm okay. I'm
Sure.
okay that you changed because I don't know everything.
Yeah.
Definitely they know things that I don't know about. And
a new perspective, a new how do you call it? It's the newer generation has a different ways of seeing things. So
I feel like they're a little more efficient than people give them credit for. They try to be anyway, right?
They are.
Yeah.
And I think we don't validate them a lot of
No,
times.
I don't think so.
I used to have younger people who used to come work with me, and then they would tell me, I went to work with this huge company. And, I would stand up in the middle of the room and I would tell them, hey, I think we should. And they were like, nobody asked for your opinion. And he's like, I almost cried and I didn't know why. I'm like, because you gave a valid idea and you were not even given the respect for it. And that's also you have to push people around that to say and your idea is valid.
Yeah.
And if somebody couldn't at least give you the time to hear it out, then you need to reconsider where you are.
Yeah, sure. And I think I think it's a generational thing, because we grew up with, it's not your place to speak up, it's not your time to speak up. When you reach certain level, you may have input, you know. And nowadays it's I want every input possible, because I need all the data to form my perspective of things.
Now you guys grew up with the thinking of that's how we always did it.
Yeah,
that's how we always do it.
Yeah.
I hate that.
So
much.
Amal,
Sure.
you're an interesting person. Alfie's band manager. That's his secret.
Agent Man Music.
Secret agent man
It's a
music.
long name. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Sam Records, just call it Sam.
Talent developer.
Samurai, I think.
I've dabbled.
Yeah. KGB spy.
Not KGB,
Not KGB?
but you're close.
Okay,
You're
spy.
close. We'll leave it there.
So,
A proud member of First State.
yeah, 51st state. 50, yeah.
Oh, stop.
So, Amal, tell me. Let's start from Alfie's.
Last time what?
Let's talk about Alfie's.
Oh, let's do it. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So you're the owner's wife.
I'm the owner's wife. Let's be clear about that. Dimas?
It's on your business
I am
card.
the owner's
Yeah.
wife. It's on some T-shirts.
Yeah.
It's going to be on some ball caps soon. I'm the owner's wife. Not to be mistaken with the owner, okay? All right.
Yeah. So Alfie's exists how many years?
I'm going to say 9+ years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9+ years.
And
Yeah,
that
it does.
yes. Always on the same location?
Always same location, always that beautiful little corner on Dominican Estenstraat. And I think it borders on Candida Zusterstraat, which Candida is a weird word to name a street
Isn't
after.
it like a bacteria?
It is. It's a vaginal infection, or maybe it's not vaginal. It can be anywhere, and it's a weird infection. Candida, I think.
So what do you have?
It's with Jason
What
has it.
Jason
Jason
has
I
it.
was going to say,
Jason.
guys, don't feel attacked.
Jason has it. We're working on
I
it.
thought they were going to answer when you said Candida. They were like, it's also located in.
Yeah, but it's on that. We like that. We like that neighborhood. I know a lot of people. When we first told people, we're opening a restaurant here, we thought we were super cool, and
Are you
we bought
crazy?
this bar in Aruba. We're like, yeah. People told us there was like these 5 or 6 Dutch guys that used to play carambol.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
We had this pool table with no pockets. It's so stupid.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm sorry to offend any carambol players.
There are not so many.
Well, shockingly
All of you
enough,
10 people
all
out
10
there.
of you
All
out
10
there
of
that
you, yeah.
don't know how to turn on your laptops or phones.
Start practicing billiard or something.
Yeah, they would. There was one guy. He's dead now, but I remember he had this like bizarre skin condition. He'd play on the table and he would start like bleeding on the table. He'd yell, "Girl, get me a Band-Aid, a plaster." The Dutch guy's like, but he looked at me and he said, "I'll never forget this." He pointed at me. He goes. He looked at our menu. He didn't like it. And he said, "If you don't have kip in basket, you will be bankrupt."
Oh,
Those were like, I'm going to put that in a T-shirt one day. If you don't have kip in basket, you will be bankrupt.
so
And we showed him. No, but
so you do you have a kip and basket?
we don't have kip in basket.
item number
You know what? Our chicken wings are
you
served in a
should.
basket, so technically we have kip in
Kip and
basket.
basket, yeah.
Kip and basket.
You should. You
He
should,
was, he was, and the other guy, there was one guy named Ernesto. He's still alive from what I know, but he used to get like messed up on screwdrivers, vodka orange.
Yeah.
And all the holes in our ceiling are for him. He'd get so riled up and pool cue into the ceiling. These guys were characters, man. But they all told us we would die if we didn't Dutchify our menu. That's a word I just made up. And we didn't die. So I guess there's a story in that.
And the pandemic? How was the pandemic?
You know what? That was a little weird. Obviously, like a lot of restaurants were affected in Aruba. Like a lot of businesses were. Live music was seriously affected, which we do. We did a lot. We do once in a while now. We were only allowed to open for a little bit of period of time for 2 hours a night because we open at 6 p.m. 5 nights a week. If we did not have our local rabid clientele ordering takeout during those 2 hours, we would not have made it. Also, a big shout out to our landlord who approached us with a huge break in the rent. At the beginning of all this, he called us up and said, "Hey, let's talk. This is crazy." And he gave us a 1 year break from his own volition, so that was wonderful. So, it was great. But really, our local clients that just ordered takeout, and they were like vehement. They would order beer, anything in that 2 hour window, and it was really, really.
That
That's
was
what
my husband.
her husband did order quite a bit.
So you do delivery right now?
No,
Pick up.
So you do delivery right now?
no.
So you do?
Would you like to answer the phone?
Do you need to deliver?
Do you have a
driver?
suggestion box so we can write do delivery?
The suggestion box is a trash bin.
There's
believe it or not.
Hey, listen. There's a whole bunch of people. I'll share their numbers afterwards.
Yeah.
Possible sponsor for the next podcast.
Yeah, sure.
There is tons of people, who will do this for you.
Yeah, they'll pick it up from us
They
for
will
you.
pick it up for you. They'll take it to you. They'll pay for you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta
You know
get
what,
I'm gonna hook you up with some numbers after
sure,
the show.
sure. You know what I was doing in the pandemic because I'm depressed?
What's that?
Selling whiskey.
You know what? Hey, man.
You became a
thought you were gonna say
bootlegger.
something.
Yeah, listen. Cheers
thought-
to that.
I just happened to have a bottle of Old Parr always in the car. Just
Happen to have.
I'm pretty sure.
And
But wait,
and
do you
I'm-
sell the bottle or just shots? They come
yeah,
in the
what do
window.
you
have a shot for you.
You drive down with little shot glasses in the car?
and I'll press. So.
Yeah, he was like the reverse Cougar.
I mean,
Pinduku.
during the pandemic, I think me and my husband gained like 10 kilos.
Oh, everybody did.
I think we did
I think
more.
we're still in the pandemic.
We did more takeout. I think even more restaurant than we
Yeah.
had. And then this is our excuse. We're like, we're keeping that economy flowing, and our ass is exploding.
my wife and I was every business that have local pricing or those days
Let's support them.
Let's support
Let's support them, yeah.
yeah, local price.
Yeah.
We should
But it was tough. Who wanted to cook? You're not feeling great. The world is weird. Everything was weird, and you weren't.
Everything was
We
weird.
had these wonderful friends of ours. He's a chef and owns a couple of restaurants, and his wife is a nurse. And they're like, let's do like a meal exchange. We
Yeah.
did this like super social distance meal exchange. And it was such a great idea, and it took a lot of effort. And we did it once. It was amazing, but we only did it once because it also took a lot of effort. I was like, oh, let's just order pizza.
Not worth it.
But it was wonderful. Like, we got some great meals out of it. But yeah, then we did like one meal on the beach or something. I was like, this was great. Never did it again. I don't know. It's like,
Alfie's on the beach. Hey. Alfie's on the beach.
hey, would you like to buy Alfie's? Do you want to buy Alfie's?
I told you. You said no. You're too poor. That's what that was.
I didn't say no. I said you were financially challenged. Is all I said.
Okay.
It's a more pretty way to say you're poor.
I am poor. All the business owners are poor.
We are.
Yeah, that's why we have. That's why we have business to be
Nobody
poor.
can see us, but we're all nodding. We're like,
Yeah. As a band manager,
Sure.
you have a record label.
Yeah, so I did start a record label. I do, okay, so a lot of people are like, oh, Mel, you do so much. Honestly, I only do things to fit a purpose.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I started managing an artist because he didn't have a manager and I thought he was incredible.
Who's the artist?
Liam Kelly. Liam Sean Kelly.
Who?
Liam Sean
Who?
Kelly. But Liam was a solo artist. We had to deal with The Voice before COVID and that kind of canceled
Yeah.
out. But then he formed a band and they were creating some incredible music. And I mean, I'm a tough judge of character. I'm a tough judge for, music and stuff. And it really was music that was just blowing me away. I went, okay, so why don't we give this band a little bit of clout? So I started a record label. I thought, okay, that would give me some clout and him some clout and try to, throw our weight around and try to get some funding. So I really do things as a means to an end. And then it just sort of snowballed. And now I have the label. It's in Aruba, but I also have a division registered in Canada.
Okay.
And that's just to really, I do these things to open doors for the artists that I'm representing, really. But also to hang out with cool people. That's like another thing that started, right? I was like,
Cool
oh,
by
that's cool people.
association.
So you were looking to Maria, not at us.
That was just, you caught me.
No, okay.
I was
But
looking at- I was
you're
not looking at
managing-
Jason.
Who you're managing? Only Liam.
So I manage the band Active Mirror. That's my flagship
You know
artist.
who's your number one fan in Aruba?
Who's that?
Jason.
I know. Jason
I'm a
really
huge
is.
fan. I'm a
Honestly.
huge fan.
So I had
You know
this.
how many times I told him about activating before?
Jason.
Me
Jason.
too.
Oh, fine. Oh, fine.
Jason came over. And I'm always encouraging. If you have a new project, you have a new plan. Just let's talk about it. We can make it happen, one way or another.
There's a band that plays at Alfie.
Yeah, there's a band. There's a band. Yeah, sure.
They're a young local struggling
young
band. They need help.
Arubians, and I want to.
I love it. The laugh in the background.
Yeah.
Reggie.
It's like God.
We always try to put a mic for him, but he doesn't want it. But and Jason, Active Mirror. Active who? Active Mirror. Okay, what kind of music? Well, rock. For my age, it's rock, alternative.
Why did you look at me when you said my age?
Post-punk. Yeah. See? Thanks.
We
Nailed
used to
it.
frequent the same places.
We did.
So
Yeah. I mean,
We were snake dancing Guns N' Roses.
yeah.
Active Mirror, like Jason and Maria, you've both been like super fans from day one. And for me, that means the world. When I say these guys are doing something truly unique, I cannot stress that enough. The music they're putting out is quality over quantity. It takes us long to release things. Liam is a perfectionist. Mishak is getting into production now. Mishak's the guitar player. And these boys are really, they will not put something out that they aren't going to be proud of in 30 or 40 years, and their children will be proud of. And Liam is vehement about that. And as the label head, as our manager, I'm like, please, can we just release a song, please?
Yeah, the business side.
And
of
I
it,
have to trust them when they say it's not ready. And that's really hard for me because I want to release music.
Yeah, sure.
And I was just telling Jason, they wrote and recorded an entire demo in a week, and it's a new song, and it's incredible. And they're like, no, it's not ready. I'm like, why can't we just release a demo? People, bands do that,
Or a snippet. Just a snippet.
Can we release it?
I mean, no. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
by
like,
any chance, you have
When-
it on your phone
when-
or something, you can just
I-
accidentally play it.
When are they practice? They practice every day, or
they rehearse a lot. They write a lot. They get together a lot.
so I can send Jason with a small camera.
I mean, listen,
Oh,
you
shit,
can.
I didn't know my camera was recording live.
Live streaming on
I mean,
Facebook.
you can, absolutely. I'm not opposed to that. The thing is, like, I mean, I believe in these guys so much. I rent my house based on can I build a studio for them
Yeah,
in my
sure.
house. A lot of people know, Maria, you work with artists. You've done it for 25 years. When you really believe in something, you don't, I mean, yes, there's this, you guys all see how much I promote and, pump and love and care for them. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
As well.
And who's bankrolling that?
Myself and my husband and Alfie's.
Yeah, Alfie's,
Honestly,
yeah.
I pull money regularly from Alfie's and put it towards the label and the band, and I will keep doing that because we're starting to get attention, as everybody at the table knows. We're starting to get some major international attention.
About that?
Yeah.
You're playing next week.
We got an invitation to play
in 2 weeks. Oh, no, 2 weeks.
in almost 3 weeks less a day, which sounds like a legal judgment. 3 weeks less a day. We're playing at the world's the foremost discovery festival, North by Northeast in Toronto, Canada. So we're playing June 12th at the Baby G at 9 p.m., which is like a discovery club, and we're on a roster with some super talented bands, and we're excited, and we're just really just trying to get that. I mean, perfect is like a strange word, as everybody here knows.
When do you think Aruba will start supporting these artists?
It's difficult. We just
that type of music.
yeah. It's funny. Incidentally, Maria's here with us today. She's helped me a lot. Funding is like a really big space, right, for the arts on Aruba, and funding has done some incredible stuff. I'm just going to name off some that I know. There's UNOCA, there's Culturfonds, there's sorry, I just said UNOCA. A new one that's on the block right now is funneling through SEDA. It's the Music Hub, which I was fortunate enough to work with a little bit, and they granted us for our album a little bit of funding, which was tremendously. I was so appreciative for that. It was a tremendous.
Do you think the genre does play a key role?
Sure, the genre and the language. We were turned down for some funding because they don't sing in Papiamento.
So they want you to go to Canada and sing in Papiamento.
I think it was a bigger. I don't think they saw the bigger picture. I'm not going to knock these funding agencies because honestly, I feel like they're doing what they can with what they have.
Okay.
And it's going to be easy to.
So nice of you.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not a bridge burner. I've never been a bridge burner because this is new. I know that there was a band in Aruba a few years ago called Entwine.
No, in Holland.
In Holland. Okay.
Yeah, Roger
okay.
Peterson, yeah.
Okay, so maybe we.
Peruvian singer.
They got
Aruba
big in the
singer,
Netherlands before
bass
they were
drummer, yeah.
accepted in Aruba.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's
perhaps
kinda
we. I mean, I don't know if I'm right in saying maybe we are the first indie alternative post-punk band trying to make it off the island internationally. I say trying. We're not trying. We're going to.
Yeah.
It's just how much help. We need a lot of help.
I might go as far as saying the first rock band.
Sure.
If you take the whole
Genre,
rock
yeah.
genre
Yeah.
from Aruba.
We can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had great artists in the rock scene, but
Yeah.
because they were in the rock scene, they just
I think Aruba has.
not appreciated
If someone did a
no.
study,
Gus Ganser was one. Ruben,
Yeah.
Well, you can even
Ruben
put-
Trax, rest in peace.
I
Was
have
a
to be-
great singer.
That was amazing.
I have
Yeah,
to
it
be
was a
super
great-
honest. I've never seen so much talent concentrated in an area before.
Yeah.
This island is just dripping with talent.
It is.
Yeah.
I just sometimes feel like artists kind of go, well, they get to a fork in the road and they can go, well, the hotels are going to pay and I'm going to get tipped by the tourists like mad. So
Yeah.
where is that sort of catalyst to create original music? And,
Yeah, but
and-
it's not music. It's the whole item. It's part
Yeah, sure.
and everything, because at a certain point in the career, you have to decide, well, is it going to pay my bills?
absolutely.
And that's the
Yeah.
big question. And a lot of musicians choose paying their bills.
Because it pays the bill,
Yeah.
and I totally understand that, and there's no fault in that.
No.
There's no like, I'm not trying to say one is better than the other, but I'm just saying in Active Mirror's case or in this new band, the Medici's case, they're trying to create new original music in a space
Yeah.
that maybe hasn't been supported so much in the past. And why should that be the reason they don't get any support financially? Because let's face it, we live on a rock. They can't jump into a van and play 10 cities in 3 weeks like they
Yeah.
could in North America or in Europe.
Yeah.
We just can't do that. Trust me, if Active Mirror was based where I grew up, they would already be where they should be professionally. Because we could do that.
Yeah, I mean that's the challenge.
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
challenge.
And we
yeah.
need to stop like telling not only kids, just anybody who wants to be involved in doing something unique. Like at one point, if you would have told anybody opening coffee shops in Aruba and branding them,
Yeah.
like who is in the island drinking hot coffee in the morning and that?
Yeah.
And they did it.
And they did it.
Yeah,
And, you know, and
have
we told a
components, you
whole
know?
bunch of people, like, I think of the late Percy Skin, and we said, oh, you want to be a fashion designer? Well, not if you come from Aruba. I mean, you can
Yeah.
you can dress
Yeah.
somebody for their quinceañera, but don't dream that you're going to have a label.
Yeah.
And it took
Yeah, but-
someone to say, why not? And we need to also encourage the people to say, an indie band coming from Aruba,
Yeah.
who else speaks 4 languages? Who else
Yeah,
has 5
what,
different backgrounds?
what
and
can we
culture?
export in our cultural music? Are we going to Canada to play tumba, a waltz, a danza, something like that? Maybe in a cultural exchange, we can do that, but commercially,
Yeah.
it won't.
How
it won't
viable
sound.
is that?
Yeah.
I mean, Toronto has one of the biggest Caribbean music festivals, Caravana.
Yeah.
You know, and I've never seen Aruba represent. I mean, I could be wrong. I could
Yeah.
totally be
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. But I mean, like, I think we have to stop putting people who are creative, you can't
Just-
put them in
yeah,
boxes.
yeah, that's
you
the
can't
thing,
tell them,
right?
like, okay, if you're going to come from Aruba,
You have
need
to do
do
this.
this.
You have to do this, and
I
this.
have
Yeah.
to tell you, sometimes when being
You have to
Latin,
play a waltz.
It kind of bugs me. Like, for example, if the people think they're going to do a Latin festival, that some girl should come out with, like, bananas in her head and eat tacos
Yeah,
and,
like, that's
and,
wild.
you know, cha-cha. Because
That's a picture
why
that.
can she not?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
can't she be doing jazz? Why can't
Yeah.
she be doing with her influence up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in
Sure.
Aruba, like, why are we telling people? But if you want to sell yourself,
Yeah.
then you need to sell yourself this way.
Yeah.
You know, then maybe we need to like be better sellers.
Yeah.
And
You're
as
taking
as-
out all the creativity as a person.
You're
Yeah.
telling them who
You're
to
killing
be.
the
I mean,
dream without
Yeah,
without
I
even
think
realizing it.
we've been lucky. Again, this latest, we've been super grateful to Kutsu Phones. They took a chance on us just the last 48 hours, last 72 hours. They're taking a chance on us. I don't think it's a chance, but for them, maybe it is. And we're gonna make sure that they see how well we use those funds.
As media, I think we have the opportunity and the how do you call it?
platform.
Yeah, the platform
The
to
platform.
showcase it and
Yeah.
say thank you, Kulturfonds.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely,
you have to give something back.
100%.
And giving back is the exposure and everything.
Definitely.
And as a media, we believe really big in the orange economy and the creative business. So we want to support as much as we can, and it's a small business, and we have our financial difficulties like every business have, but we want to support it. And Active Mirror was at the right time for us. We just starting with our
Yeah,
production, and
Yeah,
we
just started
just
production last
started.
year.
Yeah.
We just started with our podcast, and Jason did a podcast with them in his
And
podcast.
this year we also decided to push more on the orange economy.
Yeah,
So,
so
the
That's
artists
wonderful to
in it
hear.
and
Yeah,
and
that is
we
really
are
it.
at the event of Maria event of what was Basha Foundation.
Yeah,
With
poetry.
the
Yeah.
Poetry night.
Wonderful poetry
it
night.
Was, it
Oh.
was so.
Yeah.
But imagine pouring your heart and soul in a poetry, and of course there were people there and nice person but having the opportunity for the whole island to see it.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful,
And I
yeah.
mean, that's how communities are really built,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I have to tell you, I'm grateful even for the people who don't sponsor. Because that if at one point I thought I could approach you, means that I think more of what you could do.
Yeah,
And I
sure.
think that you might take the chance. And maybe you didn't this time, but it doesn't mean that we might not come back
Next
again
time,
and
yeah.
knock at your
Yeah,
door. And
sure.
we'll show you that we can.
And-
And it's okay. And it's, you know, it's more, I think I'm more bothered by the ones who don't reply back or this and that. I'm okay with the ones who answer you and tell you, you know, good luck with this. It's not
Yeah.
a bad idea. Keep on going for it. Because it's that's how I think communities are built. When
Yeah.
you can't go to the concert, then share about the concert. Then you don't want to go, then tell somebody about it.
Yeah.
Because there's things that don't involve money, that just involve
Oh,
the
they're
effort.
huge, yeah.
Like people might think here, oh, these guys have a little synergy and they're gonna do. This is not about making money for each other. It's about supporting each other. Like
Yep.
I have a mic, you have something to say. Let's
Let's
talk
do it.
about what we need to say. Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it, yeah. Let's do it. And we had a podcast with Elgin and Arthur. We had a podcast at Alfie's with Gis Bahari.
Gis Bahari, yeah.
Gis Bahari.
With Beach
And what we are proposing is of course it's a business. Of course we have bills to pay at the end of the month. Of course it is, but we can work together. We can work instead of working against each other and trying to break each other. Why don't we work together and make the the whole industry a better place. And I think, and it is a creative way. It is a industry that with feelings. It's not industrial with you work with ranches and nothing against that. I did work in the refinery, but it's another type of business, another industry. So, ladies, we come to the point in the podcast, and we start to talk about your podcast.
Yeah, because you guys also have to.
We're like looking at each other.
We're like,
yeah, that podcast.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I did sign up for that. Right?
This is the 20.
Well,
How many episodes we have?
this is the 25th, I think.
25th.
Drunken Cast.
Wow, good
Yeah,
for you
we
guys.
started in August last year.
And that's not including the ones that never
Oh, we have a
We
couple
have
that never
about
aired
a couple of
and
episodes
never
never
will be aired.
aired.
We try to do
Those we want to see.
I want
Yeah.
to see those. Yeah, for
The
sure.
first one.
yeah the first one. We have a meeting and we'll tell we want to start. We have cameras and everything. We want to start a podcast.
Let's try something.
But we don't have the
Put
host.
the camera or record.
So they tell me, sit. It was this table. Sit over here. Mic in front of you, and the cameras goes on 3, 2, 1. Start talking. And I was like, news. Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Lego movie or something? Anything Lego?
My name is Omar, and I'm.
It was like a kid doing his first presentation in school in
I
front of the
wanna
whole
see
class.
that. I'm
Everyone
sorry.
was laughing, and they came with whiskey for me. Hey, loosen up, man. This won't work. So we should name it Drunken Cast then.
There you go.
And 25 episodes
The
later.
podcast was born.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
good.
In total, I think we
Cheers.
recorded around 30 episodes. Almost around 30 episodes, and then 5 they never made it.
yeah.
One of
And
them was my mistake because I accidentally deleted the file.
he deleted it.
After editing everything instead of.
He deleted it. But
I have to say, I love like that we have a little background.
Yeah,
laugh.
Yeah, Reggie's in the back.
You're like,
we did a double take. Two episodes filmed on the same day. Drinking whiskey.
One was
Oh.
aired and the other one didn't.
How was- yeah, how
So
was
the lighter
episode
day.
two?
The other they didn't make it.
One of them made it air. The other one didn't see the light.
it was
man.
illegible.
I mean,
That's what these guys say.
It was.
And at the time we filmed it, they went.
It sounded good.
Awesome. When I started
it sounded
editing,
perfect. Jason called me. Well, I got news. We were talking. Oh, that won't air.
and
So-
we had another one we filmed with Reggie in the camera. Oh,
Yeah.
not in the background with his own mic and everything. And somehow that audio file got corrupted. No idea
Somehow.
why. Somehow.
Somehow.
Yeah.
And from all the episodes, that's the only
So-
one with the audio got corrupted.
So
Because
Amal, you're starting a podcast after a lot of negotiation.
oh
and,
yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah, you're starting
hard
a
bargain.
podcast.
Yeah.
What can we expect? Name?
Yeah, so there's been like a running joke for like I think 7 years now at Alfie's or 6 years. So the podcast is called The Owner's Wife.
I wonder why.
Tune in to find out. Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is I think look at Alfie's TripAdvisor reviews to find any reviews that I've responded to with that's more than one line. I would suggest so Google reviews and TripAdvisor. If there's more than a one-line response from me, strap in and read the whole thing.
good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It came out of people asking me constantly while I'm at Alfie's, not working. Dimas, I wasn't working.
Yeah.
Asking me if I was the owner's wife.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, my interpretation was that like, okay, well, there's no way someone that doesn't have a penis between their legs could own a business or a
Yeah.
restaurant. So that was my interpretation. of it.
Absolutely.
Wait, you're the owner of Office?
Stop. So it happened like a lot, so much so that I printed a T-shirt with the owner's wife and put it on our drop shipping store on Alfie's and Aruba.com. And it's been selling really, really well. It's on mugs and T-shirts. And
I need one.
you absolutely do.
Yeah.
It's Alfie's and Aruba.com. I think it's like...
I need one. Imagine me
You're the
working
owner's
with
wife
the
as well.
owner's wife.
But I mean, and then it just happened a few weeks ago. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know, and it's always a certain type of person that asks me that question. I'm not going to sort of describe them.
Yeah.
But it's always, I think 9 times out of 10, it's this description of a person that asks me that question. So I thought it was only fitting. I mean, it's something that And then if you want to take it on a serious note, I've struggled a lot being a woman in business, whether it's in the music business or at
In
Alfie's.
Aruba or in
100%.
general?
In Aruba.
In Aruba.
I will put that right out there, in Aruba.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just being a woman in general, out and about. I've had, we do open mic nights.
I want to know being a woman is not difficult.
It's not difficult. It's wonderful. Being a woman, I think, do you prefer?
It's difficult.
I don't know what it's like to be a man. I said, do you prefer? But
You prefer to be?
I mean, so far, so good.
I don't like those people think like, would you ever want to be
It's
a
not
man? I'm
difficult.
like, ew, no. Boys
No,
are
it goes
like-
because if I had a
boys are so
penis for a
uncapped.
day,
Why the
Wait,
ew? Why the ew?
if you
They're so
listen,
uncapped. Like,
if you had a penis for a day, then it's gross, right?
no, I mean, I don't know.
It's gross. It's gross.
Amal, what would you do if you have penis for a day?
I don't know.
I know what I would do with it. I know exactly what I would do
Dreamed
with
about
it.
that thing.
No, because my friend and I had this conversation where we were drinking vodka one night. We're like, what would you do the penis for a day? I'm like, oh my God. Listen, we don't want to get into that right now. I've only two
Our
vodkas in.
podcast is not rated.
Clearly.
Wait,
Our
I think I just got my podcast name.
That's a good one.
Penis for a day.
Penis for a day.
Yeah.
No, but it's not difficult. I mean, it was just I've had some really bizarre encounters.
Yeah.
And I talk about them on our open mic nights sometimes when I feel like the room is full of people that haven't heard the story before. And so the owner's wife is a fitting sort of
I think
name.
it's wonderful.
I
I think
appreciate
so,
that.
too.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's a little ironic, but
Yeah.
thank you.
No.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's true.
That
I mean,
does-
like in business, I always feel like as much as we want to pretend it isn't, it's a boys' club. Mm-hmm. And when girls,
Tell me
He's like,
how
where?
can I get in? But I still can get in.
the boys' club of, I think when again girls do the same thing, the same actions, defend in the same way,
Yeah.
talk with them, they're bitches.
Yeah.
They're difficult.
I've been
That's
called
a difficult
difficult,
bitch,
yeah.
you know. And when a guy
I've been
does
called bitch too.
I bet.
they're assertive. They got their
Yeah.
shit together. You don't mess
They're
around. with
confident.
them. You know, they get around, and you're like,
Yeah.
I think that should be a topic for our next episode.
Yeah, sure.
The women role in business.
I mean,
and
I
there's so many women doing
Yeah,
it.
they're
Yeah, especially
doing
in Aruba,
great.
it's
And
crazy.
there's so many women doing it and
excelling.
pulling off everything
Yeah.
around with it too.
And I'm trying to figure out who gets to judge. You know, who gets
I don't know. It's
who has the biggest penis to say, well, I can judge you because I have a bigger business or whatever.
It's the guy that's driving around on his crotch rocket at 3 a.m. revving. That's who has the biggest penis.
Well,
just
and
so
I'll
you
tell
know.
you something.
No, that's the
Normally
biggest
the ones
asshole.
that are
I used to be him.
bloating or saying anything of theirs is bigger than somebody else's
Yeah.
are the ones who don't have the biggest penis.
Yeah, you don't want to be around that kind of energy,
There's
right?
like, ¿cómo dicen?
Like compensation.
yeah,
Yeah.
overcompensate.
So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I
I
have
know.
I have a thing when people like overblow their horn or
Yeah.
like you
Just
know.
chill, yeah.
Well, we are in the industry that I think egos is the biggest thing because everybody. We are in business for 30 years and we are journalists and how much is your business making? Oh, not enough. Fuck you.
And I think it's not.
I don't care.
It's
Yeah.
not. That's what we're saying. Like we don't give younger people space because they don't have the experience. But you don't
Yeah.
give them the space, they won't have the experience.
They won't get the
So,
experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that you come in, and that also that aggressive form of. You say, "Oh, I do this," and someone says, "Yeah, but I do it better," and you're like, "It's not a competition."
Yeah. I think that's a
You,
little
and
bit,
you
yeah.
probably might do it better than
Yeah.
me. Then why don't you do that and I do this?
I think
Do
I'm
your
seeing a
thing.
shift in collaboration. Like when Pete and I first moved and started Alfie's, like everybody, like it was. I tried to start a business improvement association around Rancho where we are. Couldn't get any traction. I just wanted businesses to help each other. You know, like. We lost 2 really great businesses in our neighborhood over the last 2 years. We lost Hardgrooves Jazz Cafe, we lost Noosa, and we also lost Hardgrooves, Noosa, and Flor Oriente.
Flor Oriente.
And that was for
The
Alfie's.
Florida
that-
was recently, right?
yeah, and that was difficult for Alfie Eliza because we had a community in that neighborhood. If we were too full, we would send people to Hardgrooves, or if or Anusa would send people to us, or Flor Oriente, we would send people to each other, and
Yeah.
it was tough to lose that corner. And we kind of feel like a little bit of a lone wolf. Wait, that's really a bad thing. We sort of feel a little bit on our own, but I think that now Pete and I are feeling a little bit more of a shift to collaboration and stuff. But it was tough for a little while. And now we're kind of like the only.
The old ones.
I guess we were the new kids on the block, and now we're kind of like the ones left there.
You
I mean,
established,
we have
yeah.
Sila Bar around the corner, but we don't really hang out with each other.
Do you talk to each other?
No, we take
so we
care of
have
the
beef?
people that get thrown out of there.
We have beef.
Do we have beef?
Yeah.
We don't have beef. We have
Did you guys
chicken.
ever buy food from each other? From Silabar?
I mean,
So
like,
it's no.
Like it's no, because when we're open, I feel like they're closed.
Yeah,
Like I
they're
don't.
closed because
Yeah, they're
yeah,
closed,
they
yeah.
open mostly during I think.
I mean,
During the day, yeah.
we
11,
brought a band to have lunch there, and then we go
Yeah.
after to
Yeah,
do sound
yeah,
check
yeah.
at Alfie's.
Yeah,
So
they
it
got,
kind
like-
of brings some business.
I mean,
It's-
it's
Yeah.
great. It's
So-
Dominican, right? They got great
They have
food.
good- they
Yeah,
have
they good
good
food.
food. They have
Yeah.
good
Yeah, they have good
No,
food,
like-
and the owner is actually really lovely. We have a little bit of a language barrier, but we make it work.
They speak Spanish?
I'm not sure what she speaks, but I think it's
Dominican.
Spanish.
Dominican? And
Well,
you
her
speak,
husband
and you
is
speak
Haitian.
Arabic?
I speak Arabic, French, obviously English, like a little bit of Spanish, pero mi español es muy malo.
Pero
But-
combo papiamento, no?
Sí, my papiamento, it's okay. It's not like I can understand papiamento, but like I think I lack the confidence to speak it. I think that's what it is, because I understand it. Like when okay, don't take this the wrong way, but when your generation speaks it, I understand it. When the guys in the band speak it, I have no idea what they're saying.
Oh, but we don't either.
But the way they
We don't
speak
either.
is
We don't
mixed
even
with
know what the
English
slang
Yeah, we don't
Honestly.
either, yeah.
Half of the slang is just
Yeah.
like,
The slang
I
is
have
so...
no clue what they're saying. I'm like, I thought I understood papiamento, but then
No, but
You know,
the papiamento that they speak is similar to papiamento they don't speak.
it's.
yeah.
It's a bit of
It's weird.
English, Spanish.
But I feel like they
slang
shorten
words.
already
Yeah,
short
sure.
words.
It's kind of the language that they
text it.
typed.
Yeah, that's
it's
kind of what it sounds like.
with a lot of
yeah.
abbreviation and
Yeah. So anyway, I thought I was doing okay, but the husband of Silabar, he's Haitian, and we speak French, so that's cool.
oh, cool.
that's nice. Yeah.
That's all right. Just like I mean, we can always make it work. It's a cool neighborhood. I like.
I mean,
I
I,
like
feel
our
like
name.
that with like my energy with Amal has been since day one. It was always like, what can we do together?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
You
been
put
great.
this. What can we do that?
Yeah.
And I remember telling her poetry, maybe to bring it to a pub. She said, "Bring it." And
I'm down.
It was cool. It was hip. We had 70-year-old people at the bar.
That
we
was a
had
cool
younger people at the bar. We've done it more than once. You also put in who you battles with the people who are like you in that sense that you talk, hey, I need to take care of this band, and it doesn't really matter if it's huge. We just need it to be wonderful.
Yeah.
And then the person's like, that's our aim. And we once both broke things at the same concert.
Oh yeah,
I
Orange
had
Grove.
2 broken ankles.
Yeah.
Which, that very fun, which means they had to carry
Yeah.
me around in the
Yeah.
event.
It was a big event
And then
too.
during the event,
Sorry, how
Amal-
did you break both your
I
ankles?
was in the gym. That's why. That's why.
That's why she doesn't go to the gym anymore. Fuck it.
Screw that. Yeah.
No, we don't do it
I
anymore.
thought it was gonna be a cool
We're both
story
off
now.
gym.
No,
I will
no.
rescue
No,
a kid.
riding a bike and we
But that night was crazy. Like we had Orange Grove.
I was walking and one foot went like,
Yeah.
well, not walking. I was in the gym exercising and one went, and I literally heard it. And I took out the other one to save it and went, and then I had to be carried into my car. And it was a long time. I was in a wheelchair. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this concert. And
Yep.
and it's so important for me to do it. And I sat in the corner. She told me, I got you. She's like, when you need to go to the bathroom, you and I will make eye contact.
Yeah.
I will clear that path. And then, of course, I need to go to the bathroom. And I'm
Yeah.
like, where is Amal?
Yeah.
There's tons of people. I'm going to break something else. And they're like, oh, you didn't hear? She broke her ass. I said, no, she was just filming.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, and you know her. She went to take like 3 cases herself
I went to get a
and
case
carry
here.
them. And she slipped. And she's at the hospital right now. I'm like,
That was crazy.
so then I asked the band members to carry me to the bathroom.
Yeah. I
So,
did. Yeah.
me and Jason has the same agreement. So if something happens,
If one breaks his ass, the other one will
Yeah.
come in.
yeah, we will take you to the
That
bathroom.
was
I will laugh at you
crazy.
first.
But it was
I will
the
laugh at
beginning
you
of the
first,
night.
then.
It was the worst.
It was the beginning
It
of the
was,
night.
it was packed. I was like, oh, this is great. It was,
We
yeah.
were filming.
that
We had
friendship
our
meant to be-
lighters up in the air.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man, that was crazy.
I couldn't pee for 3 hours. She was
I
gone.
was in the hospital laying on the floor because nobody would attend to me.
Reggie, that was Reggie.
Reggie,
Yeah.
is that your
Reggie?
fault?
So if you want to blame someone,
When you went to Aruba, did you just get paracetamol?
No. So here.
Okay, that's not Reggie.
It wasn't just Reggie. If you give me paracetamol, we're gonna have a problem. Tramadol or bust. And it's got to be minimum tramadol.
you know what that pill is?
What pill
Is
is?
that like a
The-
suppository?
No, I'm not. No.
Yes.
I feel like you requested.
I feel like that's something. Yeah.
Every time we go, do
I
you have
don't know what I
paracetamol and Zappel? I will
have, but
take
I'm
it.
going to be needing a set bill.
I need.
I don't
No.
know. It's
The biggest one that you guys have, I want it.
You know what? I don't know who was working that night,
I
but
have an itchy head, but I'm going to need 3 of these.
Yeah.
they gave me morphine that night. I was really lucky. Intravenous morphine.
Yeah.
I
That was
in
nice,
a world
right?
of pain. I mean, breaking
That was better than the ones you buy.
way better. Yeah, I mean the ones you buy around
One of
Alfie's,
lawyers.
because you never know what they are around Alfie's. You just get a couple of pills in a napkin. No, that's I don't even know what I'm talking about.
The pills have no labels on them.
Hey, you know too much information from somebody that doesn't know.
Yeah,
You're
but
right.
So you say that
That's
not
a lot
only
of
did
details.
we were talking about not only did our collab was all this crazy, and then she was the first person writing me the next day, and I mean early in the morning.
Did you pee?
I'm saying. So they opened, and I went to pee at the boys' bathroom, by the way. And they're like, she's like, "Were you okay? I'm sorry about that." I'm like, "What are you sorry about? You were at the hospital."
Yeah.
And it went so well, and it did go so well.
It was, I
Like,
can't.
I
yeah.
remember we were laughing that there were like people smushed against the. That's my sister. My whole family's calling me on
Yeah.
here. They don't call me the whole year, but today they're all calling.
Today was the day.
Are you on the podcast?
Yeah.
Make sure they don't file a
Are you
missing person
filming?
report.
Listen, I'm just I don't know. That was one of those really
But
crazy.
we had this great night. We were
Nice.
just talking
Yeah.
to each other, and we would send, and there was people like standing on the table, standing on the side. We laughed because there was a certain window that was open,
Yeah.
and the people were like through the window
Watching.
Yeah, it was
watching a
amazing.
concert. And then we got a call from Hardroves, and Eric was like, "What are you guys doing at Alfie's? We had like 30 people come over because they say they don't fit in here."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small space, but it creates those.
But it's that
Good
happiness,
vibes,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like,
Nice
oh,
vibes,
did I
yeah.
send somebody over to you? It's like, good.
Yeah.
We're all succeeding tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, and then that teed us up for the next time we had Orange Grove. We were so paranoid. We're like, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt. Like we just had them this past.
And
March.
did you? And did
March?
you?
On
And did
St.
you?
Patrick's.
Did you?
Nobody
Did
broke
you?
anything.
Did you? No, Jason went to the concert.
Yeah, Jason was there. I didn't break, but I wasn't allowed to do anything.
I didn't
You know,
break me neither.
normally he comes, well, I have a project and I want to do this and this and this. That day was, I can't work.
I'm
I have
proud of you, Jason.
I have
Way
a
to go,
concert to
Jason.
go. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, listen, it was a good
So,
night.
do we expect the owner's wife to be weekly, bi-weekly, every day?
Before you answer, Reggie,
Non-binary weekly.
check camera day, que passa camera day? Sim, ele usa bira blow. Okay, never mind.
It's okay. Never mind. Jason, what are you worried about, man?
He
Chill.
should
No, because
be worried.
I'm gonna be editing. So.
Yeah, he should be worried.
You're all stressed out.
So-
I would like to do bi-weekly. I would
Yeah.
like to do it weekly. I'm just honestly.
Just start bi-weekly.
Yeah, I start bi-weekly because, like, honestly, I was just telling Maria and you guys, we just got a letter for Active Mirror to perform in Singapore.
Where?
In Singapore in September. And it's one of only 30 slots available to bands internationally. So I applied 3 weeks ago and they handpicked us specifically because they'd never had anyone from Aruba. So that's going to require a lot
Never
of...
been one from Aruba.
Never. So
Again.
it's I'm not allowed to talk about exactly what it is yet, but it's the same week as the Grand Prix, so it's going to be this giant event, and we're going to be main staging, not showcasing.
That's nice.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So I think bi-weekly to start would be like a really cool thing. Then I can keep appearing at Alfie's. And I don't work at Alfie's, to be clear.
Yeah.
I'll be appearing there, and then hopefully, Maria and I can link up on some more events because
Just the owner's wife at Alfie's.
I'm just the owner's wife.
Your own wife, yeah.
I don't think you're going to be doing this.
I'm going to put Maria on the spot right now. I don't know if this is something we can do, but I got a call from Data Panic
Yeah.
to do. They saw
Michael
Orange
Lamper.
Grove. They saw Orange Grove at Alfie's and said we'd like to get back to our small club gigs and maybe we might work on something.
And
with them.
you have a send off.
But sorry,
concert?
as Data Panic or
As
just
Data Panic.
Michael?
No,
Just
as Data
Michael.
Panic.
Data
With
Panic was
Shahir
great. They
and-
haven't been on. They haven't
Yeah,
been on for a
no, a
while.
long
Data-
time, yeah, with Shahir
A
and
Data
everything.
Panic show, yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be like wild for Alfie's,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm not sure how. That might be something you might want to link up on because
I mean, soon enough, and I think Awi Mainta will be there very soon enough. We're
Yeah,
going to be announcing a bigger concert.
Yeah, yeah.
I love all this
Do-
music
Do
stuff.
you have a bigger concert?
Yeah. Can you?
Can you
can you say
leak something?
anything
I,
about
I
it?
could leak something because
This-
this is my third.
This
This
episode.
is your third already?
Let's go. Okay, go.
Just so you
still
know,
on the
this
first
episode's
one.
gonna
I'm just
release
waiting
next
on
week.
Jason's cue. Like when he pours, I'm like, I'll pour too.
Oh, you guys know I want some more, but I shouldn't. I gotta.
Wait.
Okay.
Reggie,
But it's not like you have to go
Reggie.
to work at.
bobo ko
I feel
ice
like I have to
panos?
go work at Alfie's tonight.
Wara, bote ko bing.
Oh, today is ribs night.
Where?
It is.
Yes, to
What do you
this
think?
Thursday.
Where is the ribs night? At
Alfie's.
Alfie's?
We made
Sad.
my wife and I made reservation for next week.
Speaking about the
Hey,
ribs.
meet in Hamburg.
Sí.
For ribs.
Wat ik learn stay hold this wa.
You have to come early.
You have to come. You have to make a reservation,
Because by-
dude.
Tonight, we also have Liam and Mishak playing
Let's make
tonight.
it- Let's
Hey,
finally make it
hey.
easy
It's
for
okay, I
her.
got ice. I got ice. I got ice, I'm good. I'm
That's
good.
Reggie's hand.
That's what I see.
We don't want to give them any